sir. You already know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
It is Parking Lot Parables. I'm your boy, Matt P.
And I'm your boy, Jeremy Chase.
And we coming at you once again with another episode. Last episode was our 50th episode. For those of you who do not know, we are 51 in this thing now.
Yes, sir. This is the 51st episode.
So, I think in another couple of weeks, we will hit a year.
Yeah, bro. Like, our 54th episode will be our 1 year anniversary. So 3 more, man. We'll be in this thing a year.
Yeah. I mean, it might not mean much to some, but it means everything to us.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know, specifically, you know, practicing what you preach, you know, consistency.
Yeah.
You know, things of that nature. So being very consistent. We've been saying that since the very, first episode.
Oh, yeah, man. That's been our motto, man. Like, being consistent no matter what you do.
Yeah. And, you know, and it's important, you know, being able to, you know, we said that. And, you know, we've been walking that out. And I think that's important, especially, you know, considering what we're talking about tonight. Which is what, bro?
We're talking about leadership. And I think with leadership, especially when it comes to men, we've got it messed up so much. First thing I want to talk about is leadership within a marriage. Like, I think a lot of us feel that and you know what, just gender roles in general, like, it's been changed a lot. And as men, I believe we're supposed to lead out. Mm-hmm. Like, we're supposed to take the initiative to get stuff done. Like, and I believe 100% that we should be able to consult our mate, consult who we're with on what they think about it as well. Mm-hmm. You know, but at the same time, like, we have to be the ones to take the initiative and be like, hey, this needs to be done. So how do we do this? And then, like, consult your significant other.
Yeah, consult, actually implement. And I think I would say that's probably one of the problems a lot of women are having with allowing a man to lead. Yeah. Because, you know, it doesn't seem like a partnership. Yeah. You know, it seems like a boss and the employee, or you know, it's some type of, like, you know, you're my subordinate. Yeah. You know, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Just because a person is leading doesn't make them superior.
Oh no, it is definitely not that. Like we said, it's all about partnership. Like, making decisions together, like, building together, growing together. Like, you just gotta lead. And I think some men may have fear of being leaders because they weren't taught how to be leaders. Like, I know there's a bunch of people that grew up that, you know, they didn't see that leadership position in their home and in their household. But I really truly believe that as men, we really got to, one, seek the leadership in us, surround ourselves with other leaders that are doing it the right way. And yeah, man, like, just lead. And I'm not saying it out, like, and there can be fear in that because you're responsible for another person. And we're just talking about marriage right now. So leadership, where you're responsible for another person, like, it is serious. It is a lot. But at the same time, if that person trusts you so much, you have to take that job seriously. Mm-hmm. And it can be just leading in small areas, like leading out in praying, leading out in studying God's word, leading out and growing in building wealth together, like, just pushing the narrative forward, like, in what y'all want to do.
You know, and this, as far as the marriage thing is concerned, this really kind of ties into what we was talking about a couple of weeks ago, you know, regarding the 5 things that a man should have before he considers dating or marriage. If you haven't listened to the episode, go check that out. You can also go check out the teaching from the man himself, Dr. Miles Monroe. Mm-hmm. But you know, leadership, I mean, you have to be willing to, you know, lead, cultivate. You know, being part of a leader is seeing, you know, helping bringing out the best about the people around you, whether it be your wife, whether it be your children, siblings, friends.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be able to see that and bring it out of them. Be able to cultivate the people around you. If you can't do that, you know, and it's like you said earlier too, bro. Like the male leadership has dwindled, big time. And I think if we don't want to see that to continue to happen, we have to take the initiative to start now, starting with ourselves.
Oh yeah, man.
You know, and then also helping, because we're the generation now.
Yeah.
Then they help build up the next generation to come.
Exactly.
Like, and especially with it's been like the ball has been dropped in a lot of instances. I mean,
yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people, we can either like sit here and make excuses, or we can do something about it, and that's where leadership comes into play. I mean, because leadership is not sitting here, oh, woe is us. Exactly. You know,
take that initiative.
You know,
man.
take the initiative. Like, you know, we can sit here and be like, well, you know, I wasn't shown. You know, I mean, you know, right? A lot of us probably weren't shown certain things.
That's true.
Doesn't mean we can't go out and learn.
Oh yeah, man. Like, we have so many resources that teaches us. Like, there's books, there's everything you need. Like, information is just that quick, so we really don't have no excuses anymore. Like, if you truly want to be better, you can. And like, if you haven't been that leader that you're supposed to be, take that time now. Like, if you ain't leading your kids, lead them. Like, it's not too late. Even if they're grown, like, lead them. Cause I know a lot of times, like, we have that narrative of like a child, you know, be in a child's place, like, you know, don't stay out of grown folks' business. But if they do that so much, when they try to come to you with stuff that they need help on, like,
they ain't gonna want to talk to you.
Exactly. Like, you gonna shut them down. So how are they supposed to be led? Yeah. Like, you know, that's why I say whenever I have kids, like, I want that open policy where we can talk things out, man, where we can like just grow together. Like,
yeah, we gonna keep it 100.
Oh yeah, man.
Household.
Like, cause if you just beat a kid and just let them go on the way, what did they really learn?
Not a thing.
What did they really learn? But it's all about teaching, like, you know, learning lessons, you know, that will stick to them. Teaching them how they could be better and do better, man, is important.
You know, one thing I think we both learned in the past, you know, we were taught, you know, when we used to go to similar churches, it was like to being in Ephesians 5, man.
Yeah.
You know, loving Christ as Christ loved the church. Yeah. That's like one of the best examples as far as a man leading the household.
Yes, sir.
You know, you take care of that person, you love them. Let me ask you something. What do you think is one of the things we can do possibly to help? I mean, we can't change everybody.
Yeah.
You know, certain people are gonna be like, some people like to live in a world of excuses. Like, what do you think it is? What is one thing you think we can do to possibly help get our generation back on track as far as like being the leaders that they're meant to be?
One major thing. First, we have to start with ourselves. Definitely seek the changes we need to make, because I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, we're all not perfect. Like, but first start with yourself. Build yourself up to be the leader that you're confident in. And then once that's achieved, start to lean towards others. Like, you know, if you're friends with someone and you can't check them in the foolishness they in, like, that's one way to really lead. Like, if you see your friend doing something wrong, like, no, you should be accountable and be like, bruh, that ain't the way.
Yeah.
And like, you gotta check them to the point where, like, bruh, if you keep on doing this, I can't fool with you no more. Like, it's that important. And I think once people just see the example in you and the fruits of your labor as far as leadership, they'll want to ask and be like, bruh, how did you do that? And then that's your opportunity there to be like, hey, I did this, this, and this, and this is how I became this leader. Because, like, man, you have to follow before you can lead anyone. Like, you know, when Jesus was even teaching his disciples, he was teaching them how to follow. And, like, even some of the stuff they learned, they just plain out forgot, bruh. Like, this man was telling them over and over, like, I'm finna die. But they were like, okay.
You ever think, like, here you had these guys, they was with the man himself.
Oh, yeah.
They was with him, and they was still cutting up in the midst of his presence too.
Yeah, man.
Like, it just kind of goes to show, like, I don't know. Well, for me, it kind of paints the picture, like, just shows you just how challenging this walk can be.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man.
Like, if you have these cats, they spent time with him.
Yeah.
You know, they saw him do all these things. And, you know, they still was cutting the food. Some of them was still, especially my man's Peter, boy.
Yeah.
Like, and, yeah.
And, you know, like, even in that, like, they had the example in front of them. And even Jesus himself said, everybody's not going to follow you. Like, he was criticized from his own town. So, like, you know, that's what a lot of people deal with. You know, where they from, they don't really fool with them like that. It sometimes takes yourself to move in order to build the group that you are, you know, called to lead. So, like, even in that, you can't save everybody. I had to learn that a long time ago because, you know, I always wanted the best for everyone, wanted to help everybody, but man, it's not possible. Only God can do it. Like, I had to learn to take that weight off of my shoulders and just truly allow God to lead. Because, man, and the thing I had to learn as well is you can't help people so much that you become an idol. Mm-hmm. Like, if they look to you for what they need more than God, then that's not leading.
Yeah.
Like,
you're hurting them.
Okay, you really are. Like, you are becoming the God in their life. Like, some people I had to like be like, no, I can't do that. And I have the resources to help. But when you become someone who's, you know, Christ-centered, Christ-focused, you have to direct them to who can truly help them out. Like, I know there's a lot of different vehicles that we use that aren't Christ-like, man. Like we aren't truly trusting in God when we do stuff. And this could be in finances, can be in, you know, situations we're in. Like, we don't trust Him like we're supposed to. But to be a good leader, you really have to trust God, and your faith will be tested, like, daily. So my thing is, whenever you're leading, make sure that you're doing it with the Spirit of Christ, because He was the perfect leader. So whenever you're trying to lead someone, whenever you're trying to guide someone, keep that in mind, you know, that you're accountable for what you say, you're accountable for what you do. Like, don't be a hindrance, even when you're trying to help. So you just have to be Christ-like and spirit-minded, man. Like, some people you can't help, you know.
And, you know, all this translates not just to family, but to the job.
Oh yeah, man.
That's one of the hardest things too. Being having a leadership mentality on the job. Well, for me anyway, because like, boy,
I feel you, bro. It's hard, and you know what? It's hard to lead somewhere you don't want to be.
Yeah.
And like,
or if you're doing something that you really don't want to do like that, you know, it's more like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it is a paycheck.
Oh yeah.
Or a stepping stone.
Exactly.
But, you know, I try and put some respect on the stone.
Oh,
I try.
Man. And you know what, man? Like, even in leadership at your job, you have to take yourself out of it, man. Like, you really have to look and see what would Jesus do in this situation. Because, man, there will be times where you will be tested, and then your character will be in jeopardy.
Yeah, and yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm being honest, I probably fail more than I pass.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. Like when those tests come, I probably fail because yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I might cuss somebody out.
Man,
I ain't never. Let me stop lying. I ain't never cussed nobody out at work.
Wanted to though.
But I probably will say something. I'll probably say something that was probably as hurtful as cussing. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's how I do.
Bro.
That's how I do, man. Like I have this thing. Like I keep letting it go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, keep playing with me. Cut them. Then you just cut them like hard. Like say something that had them hot. Be like, well, you shouldn't have been messing with me, man. Should have left it alone. I tried to help you.
Yeah, man. Like, people can push your buttons in the right ways, and
that's all part of leadership. Mm-hmm. Recognizing your issues and what you deal with. Yeah. Like a real leader can't go around looking at everybody else, be like, yeah, okay, this was wrong with you. This is your issue.
Yeah.
And be oblivious to their own.
Yeah. And you know what, man? It all goes back to being treated. How do you want to be treated? Like, even if someone came at you at your job with some foolishness, how would you want to be treated? Like, you never know what they're going through. You never know what's happening in their life. They may have gone through something traumatic right before they met you. So you have to put those things in consideration, man. Like, you know, because you don't want the wrong one to come back and
I'd be like,
man.
I'd be like, yeah. If I was and then I ain't gonna lie, another part of me be like, well, I came in here showing out, so they went off on me. That's what happened. Shouldn't have came here showing out. that's how my mind be. Like one part of me will be like, you know, ain't no telling what happened to them. They came in here. If it was me, I could have been having a bad day. I would want them to treat me nicely, and then I think about it again and be like, nah, if I went in there showing out and they went off on me, that's what I get for coming in there showing out.
Yeah.
That's how my mind works.
I feel you, man.
Like I be like two minds about it, boy. Like, yeah, the Bible said don't be double minded. I be double minded about that thing. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I be like, yeah, man.
So you come in for the smoke, you gonna.
I was like, yeah, smoke. If you come in for the smoke, I'm gonna give you that whole fire. And I feel like if I came in there showing out, I be like, look, when my parents, when I came up, if I showed out, my mama broke me off something.
I'm telling you, a whole
why?
Lot of something.
Why? Because I did what I did. You know, we live in a world that doesn't. It's like, I don't know. It's like it seems like certain people are impervious to consequences out here.
Oh yeah, man. Like, yeah, you gotta be careful. Cause some of these jokers crazy.
Yeah, like very.
Slap. Ooh.
Yeah, people be ready to fight you for like crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do always is to think before you speak.
Yeah.
In all these situations. I'm like, I know y'all probably being like, oh man, he's crazy for real. I'm not really, you know, but you know, I just keeping it real, man.
Yeah,
like,
I feel you, bro.
I'm not gonna sit here and be lie to y'all and be like, I take everything in stride. No, man. I'll tell somebody about something, man. If you come, like, prime example, like a dude. It was time for me to take his payment. Mm-hmm. He had attitude. He threw the card on the counter. I just looked at him.
Okay.
I was like, you gonna put it in my hand?
Okay.
I was like, because if you don't, as far as I was concerned, if he ain't put it in my hand,
oh no. Okay.
Like he wasn't gonna proceed to the next step of this transaction. Like, I was like, I ain't picking that card up, pimp.
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
Like, got life messed up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is what it is. Now I'm sure somebody would be like, oh, I'm just pick this card up and I'm gonna hand it to him. No, because I know if I had picked it up, I'd probably threw it back there.
Okay. Said Ninja Star style.
Yeah. Like, yeah. That's what happens. Like, so you gotta be as a leader, you have to be real with yourself about things.
Yeah.
You can't and I feel like that's kind of rare these days.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody wants to, and you know what? It's like when somebody in leadership when they do want to hear about what they need to work on, they don't want to hear it from somebody under them that they consider under them, or that they consider that's not on the same level as them. Like, you got to be on the same level or higher to tell them what they need to work on.
Yeah.
If they in the wrong, they don't want to hear it from somebody who's they consider under them. And I'm not even just talking about now. We ain't even talking about just. You got parents out there, like, if they're wrong, they're not gonna have that conversation with their children.
They're not gonna.
They're not gonna apologize.
Yeah.
They're not gonna extend their apology. You got some parents that are like that.
Yeah.
They're so blindsided about the fact, about their power as a parent that it's like they can't do no wrong.
Yeah, and you know what? That yields to children who won't apologize, who grow up thinking, well, I ain't got to say I'm sorry. I ain't got to. This just the way I am. So
this is how
you
I was
gotta
raised.
be careful with that, man. Like, people be having a chip on their shoulder, like be flaunting privilege. Like, we got a right to do what we want to do. But
I've seen it in church.
The case. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, we've seen it in church. They like, if they in the wrong about some of these leaders in church, like if they in the wrong about it, like you think they gonna be trying to hear it from a regular member?
Oh no.
Hey, no,
Say,
boy.
you coming against leadership?
Like you putting your mouth on leadership. No, I'm like, no.
I see you better.
I was like, no, man, we just can't. You think we just gonna sit here and let you do wrong like this, like handling people any type of way?
Yeah,
no, that ain't. But they don't want to hear that.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, so like, that's all part of leadership, not just being able to lead, but being able to like take criticism. You can't be a leadership if you can't take criticism.
Oh yeah, man.
And honestly, I feel like this is just me personally. I feel like a lot of the criticism, it shouldn't be new to you. Like, it really should already be something that you've already kind of looked at personally,
And you know what, man? Like, you should be changing every day to grow. So if you can't take criticism, then you're definitely not ready to be a leader. And I'm not saying you should allow anyone to talk to you any kind of way, but I'm talking about constructive criticism where someone is genuinely concerned about you and they want to see you do better. Like when someone wants to elevate you, take that criticism, because it may be the thing you need to grow. Like, you can't be a leader if you can't take criticism. And even if people are talking about you in the wrong ways, you can't be a leader, if you're always listening to what people say. Like, if you care what they think more than what God says or what you know in your own heart that you're supposed to do, like, no, man, like, you really have to evaluate what spirit are they coming from. Are they coming with the spirit of Christ, or are they coming with the spirit of foolishness? Like, you really have to just be like, are they really trying to see me succeed, or are they just trying to throw off on me, or what's the reasoning of them saying what they said, and is what they said valid? Like, you have to know for yourself. But yeah, man.
Another thing, exactly piggybacking off of what you just said, a leader can't be in denial about things.
Oh yeah,
like,
man.
You got to be real with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and talking about accepting criticism. Now, if what that person's saying about you is true.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and you can't be in denial about it. If it's true, then you need to just accept that it is what it is and work on it. Yeah. But it goes back to what we said. Like, either they don't want to hear it from certain people, or they just, and they're in denial now. Like, like, nah, that ain't me. it's definitely you. It's all over you.
Yeah, man, we gotta be better leaders out here, man, because it's needed. Shoot, as you see now, our White House need better leadership. Like
They need sense. Like,
yeah, just
first, like common sense. Like, I mean, greed has. I mean, honestly, I mean, if we're probably being honest about it, like what's going on now with them is what's probably been always going on.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know,
just out in the open.
Yeah,
now.
it's they can't hide it anymore.
No, man. So yeah, it's ridiculous out here.
Yeah, I mean, so what can we do? First of all, as leaders, we can pray. You don't have to be a pastor with a title to pray.
Nope.
If you have faith, that's all it is. That's all we need.
That's all it takes, man.
That's all we need. I say find you one or two people, so y'all can be like come together and pray.
Yeah.
I mean, for your families.
Yeah. And not only that, accountability, man. Like we all need that accountability.
Yeah. Accountability is important. Another important thing in leadership, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, you find yourself somebody to be accountable for who, like we said earlier, is gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Like, who's not gonna sugarcoat it, who's not gonna like they basically let you just keep doing wrong and act like it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That junk's rampant. You know, like
What's that?
That whole like, especially like when I was in my early 20s, we was hanging out. I was hanging out whoever I was hanging out with at the time. Like, we was always doing wrong.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, but it was right to us. It was fun.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
right. It was nothing wrong with
right.
it. We was hurting. We was hurting people, not physically, but I mean, like, we was doing damage out here. You know, like. But you know, it was fun to us.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be like lying to women, we could come for each other, knowing we doing wrong, one of us be doing wrong.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why you gotta grow.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I see it even in men my age, men older than me, men younger than me. It's like some men, they never grew up, they never matured.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Man, when you see the people that you went to high school with and where they at now, like, it's so strange that some people are in the same state, mindset-wise, that what they were in high school. Like, it's ridiculous, man. We 31 years old and you still acting like you in high school. Like, man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, like... I really want to see. I want to see better for myself.
Yeah.
I want to see better for us. What we doing?
Definitely.
Like, I want to see better for those around us. You know, and you know, my mama said it a couple of days ago. She was like, you know, at the end of the day, like, no matter where you are, like, if you like, you can like move, right? You know, you think a change of location is gonna change your situation. You'll still find yourself in a similar situation because you haven't changed who you are. So
yeah,
like,
man.
You gotta. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is basically you definitely gotta self-examine. Like, let every person self-examine.
Yeah, man. Like, make the change within you. That's the first thing we talked about, man. Like, really look and give an honest review of who you are and what you do. Like,
and it's got to be daily.
Oh yeah,
like
every day, man.
Yeah,
every day we gotta look at ourselves and be like, I look in the mirror, and be like, Jeremy, how can you be better in this day? And like, act upon it. Don't just say it. Do something about it.
You ever be like, you think about the day prior, be like, boy, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh yeah.
Boy, they was asking for it.
Oh yeah, man.
I was like, well,
shoot, we've all had our moments, bruh.
It's too late now, boy.
Yeah, but yeah, man, you just gotta be better each day. You know, like, and even in leadership, you have to prepare for each day. Like, you can't just wing it. Like, set your day how you want it to end. Like, if you start with prayer, if you start with devotion, if you start with worship music, end with it, man, and like your day will go smoother. Not saying it's gonna be perfect, you're not gonna have challenges, but when you start your mindset of I want whatever God has for me in this day, then it'll go a whole lot smoother than, you know, just hopping out and facing whatever you gotta face. Because that's where our strength comes from, man. That time with God. When He fills us up, man, like we're able to do some damage out here in the best way possible. So yeah, man, we really just gotta work on ourselves, do what we need to do, become the future leaders of tomorrow, and help everybody out.
Yep. And as leaders, one of the most important things you can do is stay away from the foolishness.
Stay away from the foolishness.
Speaking of which, y'all already know what time it is.
Oh yeah.
It is Miss Me with the Foolishness.
Alright, so we back at Florida Man. Florida Man been acting up lately, so pretty much here's the story. A Florida man pulled a gun on a driver who told him he has a small penis. So let me share with you the story.
Oh, yeah, bro.
So, Dustin Coins, a 21-year-old Florida man, has been arrested after police said he pulled a gun on a driver who told him he has a small penis. So, in the police report, it said that Coins pointed his handgun. Coins revved his Jeep's engine while stopped in traffic. So I'm guessing he was just revving up to, like, you know, tell people to go or whatever. So Keaton, he was on, you know, sat in front of him, and he got out of the Jeep to confront him, like, bruh, what you doing? So old buddy was like, well, you must have a small dick. which led him to pull out his handgun and threaten this joker. Like, bruh, you how insecure do you have to be to pull out a gun because someone says you got a small penis? Like, that's ridiculous. And you may say it's self-defense, but he ain't on that gun. It wasn't registered.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, like, all right, so Coons revved up his engine. Keaton got out the car. Like, so Keaton.
Yeah, so he was charged of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, carrying a concealed weapon, dealing in stolen property, and a misdemeanor charge of driving without a valid license. Like, he had all the things that were wrong. Like, bruh.
You know, that just goes to show you how stupid he is at 21 years old. I guess it figures. I mean, you driving dirty, you riding dirty. You don't have a permit for the pistol. Like, you all messed up.
Okay.
And then, like, I don't know what. I wonder why. What was he? Why do you think he was like revving? I mean, I known guys who drive like trucks and stuff. You know, they love to rev up their engines.
But this was a Jeep.
Yeah, them things. Jeeps aren't even that loud usually. Like, unless he has some pipes on it or something.
Yeah, bro.
But
I was like, come on now.
Like,
and what you driving for? Like, I don't know if he was Uber or what, but he was a driver. So I'm like, bruh, what's going on? But yeah, man, like, we gotta do better out here.
Dealing in stolen property.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he did a whole bunch of foolishness.
Hold on. So the gun was stolen? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Damn, boy, this dude was stupid.
Because it wasn't registered to him.
And he didn't have his license.
Yeah.
Boy, he must have been going to confront somebody.
Okay.
He must. It sounds like he had an attitude. That's why he was probably revving his car up in the first place. He had an attitude. He had the gun. It wasn't his because he was probably going to confront somebody else. Man, he might have saved somebody's life out here.
Yeah. I'm like, man, shoot. But yeah, y'all can't be out with the foolishness. Like, Christmas is starting to come, and you know this time of year, it's when they start to act up.
Yeah.
Where the crazies come out in full fledged.
Yeah.
We've been
Check
in
on your people, man. Check on people who ain't got family around this time of year, because this is rough for them, you know. And I mean, this quarantine gonna be looking a little. I mean, this holiday might be looking a little dry, because looks like everybody might end up being on Zoom for the holidays, boy. Cause
damn.
Shoot, hold on. Matter of fact, I wonder what Zoom stock looking like. I'm about to take a look.
They ain't doing well.
Really? Mm-mm. That's crazy.
Yeah, at the beginning they were booming, but then a lot of stuff was happening with Zoom.
Oh well, like, you know, it had got out that they was like, it had got out that something about them. Damn, I can't remember what it was. It had something to do with like privacy or something. It was some type of privacy thing.
Yeah.
But when that got out, it wasn't looking good for them.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, just gotta stay focused.
I'm in the green all the way around today.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all looking to get in the stocks, I suggest I forgot the name of this app, Robinhood. It's a pretty nice app, real straightforward.
I use it too, man.
Another one I'm on is Stash. Shoot, that's another thing about leadership, man. Gotta have the finances in order, man.
I mean, leading these finances.
Yeah, I mean, and that's shoot, unless that could be. Well, I mean, honestly, even some of the richest people can mess around and lose it all. So, like,
easily, man.
It's always like study. Be a savant of finances, man. Like, find out how the economy is changing and what that means for you individually, what that can mean for your family, what that can mean for your children.
Yeah, for your community, man. Yeah. Shoot.
Find out what that means. Pass on the knowledge. Don't hold it. Don't like certain people, like, you know, they understand money and it's like they just want to they like hoard that type of information, man. They like to hoard that information, and you know they don't like to pass it on, which no, that's a whole other. That's a whole nother thing we could talk about when it comes to people, like being selfish with things, like selfish with knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta. It's like you gotta be. You ain't in like that. Like you ain't in this clique, so you know we ain't gonna be sharing this with you. Just silly little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's those times where you just have to make a lane for yourself. You have to cut out your own lane. Yeah. You know, if everybody wants to click up, you know, and you know that's fine. Don't change anything about yourself to try and fit in with anybody else.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like, you gotta really be individual. You know, do what you need to do to succeed, and like just keep at it, man. That is the key.
Yeah. Y'all keep at it, and we definitely gonna keep at it. You know, this consistency will still be, you know, that will forever be the thing.
Yeah.
You know, we might be talking about other stuff, but consistency will always be the thing as we continue to make these episodes, and as we continue, you know, working on like music and other endeavors, whatever it is, we will continue to talk, you know, walk it out as we talk about it.
Oh yeah, man. Like,
we walk it like we talk.
We gotta walk it out, cause man, we can be some trash individuals if we don't, you know, do what we say. Like this consistency thing, man. Like I think it's made me better in a lot of ways, not just in this podcast, but in, you know, what else I do. On my job, like, man, it's really helped me to be better. So, you know, we gotta live out what we say, bruh, and it's important. It's important to grow.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, if you ain't growing, what are you doing?
Exactly, you just existing.
Yeah, I mean, and in some ways you probably not even doing that.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
Yeah, like I think it's important, like to always grow, always learn something new, like implement it. Like that's like we said a couple of episodes ago. If you whatever you working on, like you might not have 2020 might not have started off the way you wanted to, but they ain't got an end. Like don't wait till 2021.
There's still time in this year.
Yeah, we still got like 45, 46 days. That's plenty of time to do a lot of stuff.
A lot
of stuff. So get it done.
Get her done.
As old cable guy would say. Get it done.
Yes, sir.
If you want to follow me, you can follow me, Matthew Priest on Facebook, Matthew E. Priest on Instagram. I'm President MP on Snapchat and Twitter.
Oh yeah, if you want to follow me at the Chase Harden on all social media platforms.
And once again, be a leader. Remember, that doesn't mean like it's important to have that have a leader mindset before you try and lead someone.
Exactly.
And having a leadership mentality doesn't always mean you're actually leading someone. I feel like certain people be out here trying to get a following, and they don't even have the right mindset to be a leader first.
Oh, yeah.
Like that mindset has to be up here first before you try and get you a following. I don't know why I didn't think about that until just now.
Yeah,
like
but it's important, man. The mindset is
like people want all the glamour and like all the they want
the success.
They want the success.
The trial.
They like that authority that comes with it, but they ain't really got the mindset of a leader. They don't have the heart of a leader.
Yeah.
So it's important to have the mindset, and the mentality and the mind and the heart of a leader before you go around trying to lead somebody else.
Oh yeah, man.
Just think about that. But I just had to get that out my mind. Anyway, y'all follow us. If you got something you want us to talk about, if you want to just hit us up, you can hit us up at parkinglotparrot@gmail.com. But once again, I am Matt P.
And I'm Jeremy Chase.
One time.
Yes, sir.